and those sort of things. It's like people start trusting your opinion and how you move about in their life. Like they're impressed with your energy, your flow, your happiness, your ease. So they come to you and say, well, you know what? You seem like you know something about this. Let me ask you. Hello, 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 and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jameelah. I am an author, a professor, and of course, a master manifester. Because manifesting the life I choose is all I know, because manifesting by default is not an option. I do not like just default manifestations, because normally it's what other people want who's dragged you into their space, and it's not exactly what you want. That's important to remember. So nonetheless, that's not what the video is about today. Today, the video is about 5 signs or 5 ways that you know you are in the flow of your manifestation. So we hear a lot about there are signs that let you know your manifestation is coming, right? And those are really specific signs. I even have a video on it. But another thing to pay attention to is there are signs that show up when you're in flow, when your energy is right, when you're vibing high, and when you are in the flow of bringing your manifestations closer to you. Because I was like, how does it feel to be in flow? Someone asked me that recently. And so I've been thinking a lot about this. So the first one that I noticed is you tend to glow. And when I say glow, I don't mean like you put in a lot of time and energy on makeup and clothing and all those sort of things in order to look a certain way. I mean like you're in your head wrap, t-shirt, joggers on, and then people still saying, oh, you look beautiful today. Or your lovely fiance like mine is like, oh, you look beautiful. And I'm like, ugh, I'm getting ready for bed. But there's something about you that's just beaming and glowing, and other people can definitely pick up on that. So just keep that in mind. People give you compliments and tell you things about yourself. Well, you look so good today. And you're just like, I don't know. And then you might even notice yourself. You may get in the mirror and go, I'm really glowing today. Like I really am shining bright. There's something that is beaming and open and bright and interesting and contagious about the way that I am giving my energy off today. So keep that in mind. Another way that you know you're in manifestation flow is people tend to do things for you, like they want to do things for you. Sometimes if you're a person who's kind of like very independent, it may be hard for you to just allow people to do nice things for you, right? I've had to work on that myself, because I've always done the nice things for myself. So when other people came around and they're just like, let me buy you lunch, and I'm like, wait, but I got the money, it wasn't even about that. And so now, these days, it happens a whole lot more, and I gladly let it in. People say really nice things to me. I don't say, oh, this old rag, I've been having it for 15 years. I go, thank you. And I just keep on going, right? You notice that people want to just do really nice things for you. Most recently, I had a surprise party thrown for me for completing my qualifying exams for my PhD. This isn't even the grand finale, but it was, my whole family showed up and my fiance planned it, and I have never been surprised or shocked. Like nobody's ever thrown a surprise and nothing for me. I haven't even looked for it. I haven't even had birthday parties unless I decided to have a little get together. But I mean, like, it was just amazing just that people were plotting and scheming in a good way to create this beautiful event for me without me even knowing. And so it's like I'm just meandering through life, and I have people that are focusing their time and energy on doing something beautiful for me that I completely and utterly am grateful for and I appreciate. And that's something that you'll notice. People will want to do nice things for you. They'll want to get that door for you. They'll want to pay for your lunch. They'll want to pay for your coffee. They'll be like, I have these new products, and you go to buy it, and they're like, no, you can't buy the product. Let me buy it for you. Those sort of things. You'll notice that people want to do nice things for you. That's always a good sign for me, right? Another one that I notice when I'm in manifestation flow is people ask me for advice a lot. So people may start asking you for advice. Like, I'm not a person that thinks I have the answers for anything that anybody has going on in their lives. All of my advice and anything I have to share is always going to be a general idea about how to have a good life and how to create mental space and mental peace. Because I think through creating your mental space and peace, that's when the answers that you need show up, or either that's when you're relaxed enough for the answers to unfold in your life, right? So when people ask me for really different advice, I'm always just like, or I can't tell you exactly how that should go. But what I notice is that even younger people, they come to you and ask you about your relationship and like, how do you make this work and how do you do that? And even I have daughters, right? You know, one is a teenager, one is not. But going into teenage years, you know, they don't really ask their parents a whole lot of stuff a lot of times. But I'll get advice on I'm looking to buy this monitor. I want to buy this sweater. Can you check it out for me? And those sort of things. It's like people start trusting your opinion and how you move about in their life. Like they're impressed with your energy, your flow, your happiness, your ease. So they come to you and say, well, you know what? You seem like you know something about this. Let me ask you. Women in a retreat that I was at, they asked me questions. How did you deal with that in that relationship that you had that didn't work? How did you create this particular outcome? You know, what was that about? Like, what led you up to the point? And so I find myself these days giving quite a bit of feedback and advice to people about things that they want to get clarity on in their lives. And remember, stay general. You don't walk around telling people, you know, oh, that guy, he's no good. You should leave him. Like, that is not any of your business. Oh, that vaccination, you don't need that. Don't go get that. None of that is your business. What you want to tell people is, get into a space where you're relaxed. Get into a space where you're creating peace in your life. Get into a space where you're creating mental clarity, and the answers and the ideas and the outcomes that you're looking for, all of it's going to flow to you with ease because you're not all tight and you're not all constrained thinking about what decision am I making? Am I making the wrong decision? Am I doing this right? Am I doing that right? You'll have much more clarity. Number 4 is you sleep very, very well. I don't know about you, but I had trouble sleeping for a lot of years. I had trouble just falling asleep. And one of the biggest things now that I deal with is that my fiance, he goes to bed around 10:30, 11 o'clock. That's the latest. Like, that's late to him. For me, late is like 1 o'clock, 1:30. And I still rise at about 7 because that's just when I feel refreshed. I just wake up automatically, right? So one of the things I try to do is like, let me go to see if I can get to bed earlier. So a lot of times I spend about an hour tossing and turning until eventually I guess I just fall asleep. Well, lately, for the past like month or so, I've been sleeping very well. Like every morning I get up, I say, I slept good last night. What about you? And it's always, you know, a really good thing, even if it was just 5 hours, because I think the body knows what it needs, even when we don't. So even if it was just 5 hours, I'm like, you know what? I slept well. It was nice. Peaceful dreams. A lot of family in my dreams lately, so that's been cool. A lot of dreams with my fiance in it and my daughters, because for a while, you know, I wasn't having those kind of dreams. I dream very easily. I have very lucid dreams. So I noticed that when I'm in flow and when I'm just letting things be and when I'm manifesting things that I didn't even ask for that are beautiful, I notice that I sleep very, very well. I don't know if it's a consequence of the sleeping well or the sleeping well comes from knowing that everything is always working out for me, right? For my Abraham Hicks people, everything is always working out for me. That's something that I always like to remember. And last but not least, I feel a lot more present all the time. So you'll notice that you feel more present. So we had a really good time this weekend. There was a comedy show we went to go see, and we both forgot that it was coming. It was just like, oh, let's drag ourselves together to get to the comedy show, because you know once you get there, you're gonna have a good time. Well, it wound up being just a lot of fun, just pure, unadulterated fun. And the reason why it was so fun is because we were definitely in the present moment. There was no talking about what needed to be done tomorrow or what needed to be done in a month from now, or what we did yesterday and how that may or may not work out or create some outcome that we're looking for. Like, we were in the present moment. Everything was happening now. And I remember it feeling kind of like a roller coaster. And I feel like that with my everyday normal life. Like, especially with that surprise party. Oh my God. Like, I walked in, I was like, what is happening? I have video on here. I have a short if you want to look at it, because I was like, what is going on? But like, it was such a present moment thing, like something that you don't plan, something that you don't create, and the moment is just unfolding. You'll notice that when you're in flow a lot more, you're very much more likely to be present. You're not thinking about things while people are talking to you. You're not thinking about what you have to do or what you didn't do. You're having an engaging conversation. You're connecting with people one-on-one, and you're feeling good, and you're feeling free, and you're feeling relaxed, and you know that whatever needs to be done will take care of itself when it's time. And you can sit in that moment and just enjoy a good dinner. And so that's what I've been noticing a lot lately. I've been having a whole lot of in the present, beautiful, easy moments, and that's wonderful, right? So these are my 5 signs that I've noticed lately, how you know when you're in flow, in your manifestation flow, meaning that these things that you want in your life are about to flow to you with ease and even more, even beyond your wildest dreams. Because a lot of times we ask for small things, and then like when we're in the right flow, even more comes, and you're just like, oh my God, I wanted this, and this is just even better than what I could imagine, right? So just keep that in mind. And I think that's all I have to say on that topic. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day, a wonderful life, a wonderful experience in your manifestation journey. If you need any helps, tips, tricks, and all that kind of stuff, this is what I'm here for, because I love the topic and I love to discuss it. If you're wondering what this is just a puzzle. I do puzzles all the time. I have them like all over. And once I complete them, I don't really know what to do with them sometimes. So a lot of times I'll stick them back in the box and maybe give them to a family member, or I'll bring them to the Goodwill or something like that. For a while, I used to keep them all done, and I had a stack like this high of puzzles that were complete on top of each other on poster boards. But I had to get rid of it, because like, what are you gonna do with that? So I'm working on a really cool one now, but I just wanted to look at this one a little longer, so it's sitting on the table today. Anyway, I hope you all enjoy some of my other videos I have to offer. If you haven't subscribed or liked this video, please do so. And also make sure you check out my new book, Stop Waiting, How Putting Off My Dreams Nearly Wasted My Life. It's one of my favorite books. It's on Amazon.com, and I'll have the link underneath the video. And for now, until next time, have a wonderful, wonderful day.